Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Redstone video. I haven't uploaded anything recently and I wanted to get something out there for y'all. So this is my version of a mass crafter, and for those of you who don't know, let's say you need to craft a bunch of pistons, you can do it all at once, but just taking it all into a crafting table with all these resources just laying on the ground is a big pain. So let's do something about that. So here's the problem. You want to craft yourself, let's say, a bunch of pistons. Let me put myself into survival so you can see what the issue is sometimes you get yourself a nice distribution of items, but in this case I only have one cobblestone. So I open up my recipe book, I go to my pistons, I go to make my pistons, and now I have to, I have to singly click out there. And I could do this, and then I can do another set of them, but now I've got pistons coming into my inventory. So this is kind of a pain. There are mods out there like Massa's item scroller mod, which allow you to do mass crafting. And in fact, down in the video description, I'm going to put a link. Ilmango recently released a version of a mass crafter that uses that. That is significantly faster than this system that we're going to review here. But it does require that you have a mass crafting mod on your client side. And it also is requiring that you quote unquote yeet your shulker boxes. It burns shulker boxes. And then very recently, Psycraft released their Blitz World download, where Glotz also had a mass crafting system in there that, while it did not destroy any shulker boxes and it was still faster than this system, was still a lot more redstone involved in it. So I wanted to come up with something that worked for people who didn't have any sort of mass crafter mod on their side, that you could use the vanilla crafting and the vanilla recipe book in order to do it, but still gives you an even distribution of items so that you could run through it. So let's run through that system now. So this is what you're going to get in the world download. This is how I intended for it to be designed. So you have each of these chests represents a slot on your crafting table, and I've just arranged it here. So cobblestone, iron, cobblestone, redstone, cobblestone. We got our wood up here. You can actually use these in any order you want, but if you're just working off a recipe, it just organized them in a way that it displays as the order of a crafting table, as a 3x3. This is what the machine looks like without that cyan concrete floor in there. And we're going to review... So this is what the system looks like without that concrete floor in there that just kind of hides all the machinery. And first I'm going to go through how you'd actually use it, and then we're going to go through how this gets constructed. There is, like I said, a world download and a Lightmatic down in the video description of this YouTube video, but let's just run through it real quick. So this system does not accept shulker boxes into it, so what you would do is you'd actually just grab your materials, put them into each of the chests. Again, this does not have to be laid out in any particular order as the crafting recipe would be. This can be in any order, but just for ease of use. So now that we have all the ingredients filled in, what happens is these hopper minecarts actually suck up items out of there. You'll notice all these hoppers are locked, so it's not going to actually pull any items. We have to come over here and turn it on. So we'll stand right in here, right click on this note block. We'll see the light will come on. We're going to hear the dispensers, or excuse me, the droppers clicking off. And then I'm going to be getting items shot out at me. So I'm going to do my recipe for the piston here, and I'm going to hold shift. And I can just kind of craft these away, and then I can throw them out on the ground, and they're going to go into a water stream and get collected into chests for me. Now, those of you who are familiar with Ilmango's version of the Mass Crafter or Glotz's version of the Mass Crafter, you will actually know that this is not nearly as fast as those. But you'll notice I'm not having to use any mass crafting. So this could work just fine on any of your paper servers or your single player worlds if you don't have any of the fabric mods or the massive mods, which if you don't, I do highly recommend you check them out. But if you're looking for some kind of interim, this is what we've got here. So those items are all getting shot out. And because the hopper minecart is aligned over those 4 hoppers, I'm actually going to turn my sounds down real quick here. Each hopper is able to take out items from that hopper minecart, so we're actually going at 4 times hopper speed. So each of the droppers gets those items in it. It's all going to that central water line there. So the central water line up through this, over to here where it gets dropped down right above the player's head. So I can grab all those things and I can do my crafting. And it's distributing them to me evenly. So as long as I don't let my inventory get completely full, I'm still going to get even stacks of all those items coming in. If I want to turn it off, I can just hit this note block again to turn the system off. Say if I start getting backed up or something like that. Just come here. You will notice right there now the system has stopped dispensing to me. All those items then that I've crafted fall down into this water stream that I throw out of my inventory. They go up here and then they get collected into these chests. And we have several hoppers feeding into these chests just so that it's quicker to pick those items up and they're not constantly going around the loop. We can see there, they're filling up in there. It's a nice, easy crafting system. What we'll see here is right now, all these hoppers are actually locked by this redstone signal that's coming through. So the redstone on top of these blocks locks these hoppers. So it means that we don't have any extra hopper ticks that we have to worry about with them trying to pick up items. And then what we're doing is we're using a observer clock right here that powers these rails and then sets off all these observers to then set off these droppers to drop all their items into the water stream. And all we're doing is that note block is then activating these observer lines, which turn on that light just so that we know the system's active. It pulls away this redstone block so that all this redstone unlocks and the hoppers then unlock, and then also activates this observer clock. And as you can see here, you can see that hopper minecart is cleanly over all the hitboxes of not the hitboxes, but the tops of those 4 different hoppers. So that's why each of those hoppers is able to take out an item, and then the hopper minecart is sucking items out of the chest faster than those hoppers can take it. So that's how it's distributing it faster than it would if you were just using a single hopper and a single dropper on each of those items. So this is what it would look like after you've built it. I've taken the chest away so we can look at it. All you need to do is put down a rail. It doesn't need to be a powered rail. Any rail will do. Put the hopper minecart on it. Push your hopper minecart into the fence. Break that rail. And then we're going to crouch and just push this right into the corner of the fences. So now we can see, once again, that hitbox is on top of all 4 of those hoppers. And then we can just put our chest up there. Now we're ready to go. Again, if you are looking for systems that are going to craft a lot faster than this, or you have Mass's item scroller mod and you want something that works better for the mass crafting, this will technically work with the mass crafting. It'll just be much slower. I highly recommend you check out Glotz's design on the Psy Blitz world, or check out Ilmango's video. Once again, those will both be linked down in the video description of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you later. Have a good one. Bye.